All right, so we're gonna go over the patch notes for 1.34. Coming tomorrow at it's actually gonna be at 9 this time because of the daylight savings, right? So it'll be an hour earlier instead of 10 p.m. It's usually at. Yo, the Yuki or the Jackie skin looks pretty solid. Like I actually really like the effects and everything, and the color scheme on it is really good. So as the emotes, box item auto disassembly. Well, that's kind of good. So if you already have the skin, you just disassemble it. Oh yeah, I did. There's technology. The Bobo like bounces now. Kind of crazy. Quick crafting settings. What is this for? What is this for? Quick craft. Oh, you can order the items you want to quick craft now. Okay, that's nice. Kiosk supply box color priority. Running a new feature to prevent teammates from taking items from order. Oh, okay. So you can't. That's kind of funny. So you'll have 1 second of the box for you. So if you call the item, your teammates cannot open the box for 1 second, so they can't steal your item. That's kind of nice because like it doesn't really happen much to me, or it doesn't really happen. I don't think too much in like NA. But I think in KR, like people got egos over there, and they will steal your items. Just in general, it's just to stop like trolls. You can press R and pull them out away. That is true. Matchmaking for Asia 1, so it's gonna okay. You're making it more tighter for the higher ranks, because that's fine, because obviously they could support that. Rank demotion for activity. Grace points will no longer apply to diamond tier. Adjusting it, the maximum amount of grace points in meteorite and above is only 12. Wow, so they're reducing the grace points that you could hold for or by 3. Interesting. Soul Stealer nerf. I mean, Soul Stealer was kind of OP. Energy recover. Okay, so you recover less energy, and the cooldown on it is nerfed. Okay. Human character price. Okay. Oh, they're re-changing her Garnet's execute back to 25%. Wow. I'm surprised they did nerf it to 20. It felt a little clunky, but now it's good again. Nice. Darko getting a buff. Sure. 2% defense reduction, 10% damage on W for shield. Okay. R damage for Tia, 5%. That's not much. Whatever. Okay, Laura was looking kind of strong, so they're nerfing Laura's shield on her R by 5% and her R damage by 5%. Okay. Light nerfs Leon getting extra damage on his R by 20 base and 5%. Okay. Not too bad. I mean, I feel like Leon's R should hit for a lot more, because it feels like it should do like a lot of damage for like that type of ultimate, or not like that much damage, because it does like it's mainly for the CC, but like yeah, sure. I mean, Laura will probably still be good, but like the nerfs are definitely needed. Martina, wow, they're buffing Martina, really? Really? I think she's just underrated. Like people just don't like playing Martina. But buffing Martina broadcasts Q damage by 10%. That's actually pretty decent. I don't really like the Martina buff. I think just Martina, just as a character, her design is unfun, and or sorry, a lot of people don't like her design. And as a character itself, she's really niche. And a lot of people don't like, playing that like broadcast type play style. So I feel like people just don't play Martina just because of like it's like two things, right? It's like her design and the way she plays. Or like, the beginning of the game you kinda have to just like get scans. Okay, here's the miners. What did they do? 20 base damage on W and E damage by 20. It's actually not that bad. We'll nerf her damage, but like it's only 20 damage on her W and her E. I thought they would nerf her a lot more. But I guess in like solo queue, her stats weren't like as good, but I mean we saw 6 of them in like a year. Like I don't know. It is gonna be like 40 damage total. And then the Shawville does stack. But the Shawville, you don't really get the damage on Shawville that much anyways, right? You just press the W for like defense and for that, dodge auto attack. So the damage doesn't really matter that much. And then E2 damage, I mean, the taunt damage doesn't matter, but yeah. Because you also max W last on my, or sorry, second last, because you max passive last. Yeah, I think they should remove it or something too. Like, I don't know. Marcus is losing 0.4 defense, so 4 defense at level 10 and 8 defense at level 20. That's actually a lot. That's actually a lot. Which is definitely needed. I think they do need to nerf his durability, yeah, because he's fucking thinking like way too much, man. 4 defense or 8 defense, level 20 is actually a decent bit. So that's good. Not like I thought Marcus would get hit a lot harder. This is like a decent nerf, but like it's not as much. You know? Scared to OP still time to scared to OP still time to Marcus. I mean, I think he's still gonna be like really good. Maybe not OP, but he'll still be at like the 8 S tier, I think, because they just nerfed his durability a little bit, but all of his durability came and like the reason why he's so good came from like, the rest of his kit, like the damage. There's a lot of damage, he still has a lot of sustain. Defense does matter a lot because it is a lot of damage reduction. And because he, drain tanks a lot and he has like a bunch of shielding with like force field and like what's it called? Force field and SSM, right? Because he builds SSM, right? Like the amount of effective HP goes down by a lot because the defense down. So good nerf, but I would have wanted a bigger nerf for Marcus, so I would have expected a bigger nerf. It's not like as big as I thought. It's like a pretty like 0.4 defense is like a small to like a medium-sized nerf. It's not that small, but like it's not like a big nerf, It's like Barbara. Okay, Barbara wasn't really performing. No one was really playing her. Extra range on her Q. R cooldown and 0.2 mastery, so she's at 4.5. Wow. Buff Barbara. Charlotte. Buff just gave her 20 base healing on her W. I mean, Charlotte, I think, was one of the supports that's actually kind of underperforming. I think it's like Johan, Lenny, and then Charlotte right now. Celine, 10 damage on Q. That's actually a lot, right? Because you drop it like 4 times. So like 40 damage. Isn't that a lot, right? This is a pretty decent buff for Celine. I don't like this either because I think Celine was like already pretty good. I guess Celine doesn't always like get like the little mini bombs on you. It's like the 4 bomb that does a lot of damage. Usually she'll maybe hit like 2 or 3 of the mini bombs. So it's not like as big, but like, yeah, I mean, still a good buff. Does it multiply with her R? I thought her R was like separate. I think her R is like separate damage. It has like a different I think it's just like the base like little cues that like they like throw out, Most of her damage is from her R. Let's see. Yeah, it's like separate. So it's like 50 for per bomb and then 40%. So it's like separate damage. So it's just like the like mini cues, So I mean it's still a decent buff, but it's not like as big as I thought. Because it is just like the small Q bombs and like I think Celine maybe if Celine gets like maybe 2 rotations off, and he's able to hit maybe I think on average she'll probably be hit like 2 or 3, like yeah, it'll be like 60 damage like in a team fight. Which is not bad, but it's not like game changing. Because it's also you also have like factor in defense as well, and then it's probably less than that. Cicella. Let's see. Cicella is getting a buff. 20 damage on her E. And buffing early game Frielas. Wow. Surprisingly, they're buffing Cicella, but I think Cicella hasn't really been played as much anymore because there's just other characters that are kind of doing good. J-Tank hasn't really been playing much, but 20 damage on E and 5% on... Damn, this fucking E is gonna hurt now. 5% skill amp scaling. Adela, okay, Adela got hit way too hard, so they're rebuffing Adela. Checkmate by 5% on her ult. Sure. Dina, 0.1 weapon mastery scaling. 5 on her Q, which I think is pretty good. This is just base Q, right? So it should multiply with like her does this multiply with like Sun Conjunct and everything? Actually not too sure about this. Adina. Damage is increased, yeah, so it does. It does count for like Sun Conjunct too. Okay. Oh, pretty good. Just extra damage on her Q. 5% extra scaling. Arda is getting a buff by 5% for her for his W. Applies on R as well. And the Q will slow. Oh no, wait, it's not gonna slow, it's gonna give you more CDR back, so you're able to like spam RQ. Okay, sure. Defense reduction on W is applied for 1 extra second, and the cooldown is actually brought down to 1, so that's a buff to like pistol ISO. You definitely don't W on like AR, so this is just for like the pistol ISO buff, right? I think you don't W on AR. No, you don't. What do you mean indirect buff for AR? You don't W on AR. Okay, the break, yeah. The break camps. Did Jackie get buffed? I don't know. Don't spoil anything. Alright, wait. We're coming up to Yumin. Aiden's getting 10 damage on oh, is this this is in his form, right? So 10 damage on the Q and 5% attack power. That's actually a pretty decent buff because he does spam it a lot. Like he'll probably use it 2 times when he does get his form, and then he'll probably have 2 rotations of it, so maybe about like 4 shots of this. And if you're able to land it, that'll do about like maybe like 100 extra damage. Not bad. Yumin. Let's see. What did they do? Alright. Shield by 20. 10 early game. I mean, you don't level this until late game. It's like 10. Base projectile speed of Q. Range of Q. 5% damage. 20 damage. Cooldown gone as well. And damage on R2. I actually thought it would be. I thought like the reason why Yumin is so strong is because of his damage. They didn't nerf any of his damage. They nerfed his like other stuff though. But I think nerfing the other stuff is also fine because it means he can't like infinite like rotation you anymore, and he can't get like so many spells. Like this is a pretty big nerf, right? You don't get like cooldown back, or the cooldown you get back is a lot less. So when he commits his E, like he's a lot more committal. Yeah, exactly. This is like the biggest one, I think. Yeah, I think it's a pretty big nerf. Like range nerfed, projectile speed, 20 shield. His damage didn't get touched though, so he's still gonna be doing a lot. But like, yeah, getting like I think this is like the biggest one where you can't spam me. I think he's still gonna be like pretty good though. But like, could he just lose more damage? The mobility is the fun, unique part. Well, that's the thing, right? His E does a lot of damage and it comes back up so often, so it's kind of contributing to the damage as well, right? Because he gets like so much cooldown back from his E, like he's indirectly getting like so much damage from just the cooldown. So now that it's lower, I guess he's gonna be doing less, but like just his base number. So like his base abilities just do a lot too. So I'll have to see. I think he's still gonna be pretty decent. Zahir 0.5 movement. E in, you probably can't E out right away now. So it's big. Yeah. How do you mean like this is? So you can't like use it again, and you can't like just spam your E. Yeah, like he's like pretty committal now. Like if you use your E to for damage, his damage is still like really high. But I guess he is like a mid range mage, so his damage should be like somewhat high. I like Tazia. Jenny. Oh wait, Zahir just getting movement speed. That's actually really big for Zahir because of how he plays, how he has to kite. Um, Jenny 5 damage on Q. Red carpet 2 seconds. Ooh, they're buffing Tsubami's range on their R. Oh, that's kind of nice. 0.25 range. That's a pretty big change because a lot of the times, like on Tsubame, when I tried playing Tsubame, I just feel really awkward because I would try to R someone, but then like they're just never in range or like they're just barely away and I can't R them to get on top of them. Audio movement speed increase 0.05. Sure. Carla is losing some damage by 10. They're gaining it from the scaling, so they're actually going to be doing a lot more in the late game. As they do is transition into holy orders, right? And they do transition into like a full amp build off like the like crit stuff. Tsubame main is here. Azia is getting 5% damage on R. Where's Jest? It's your time, Jest. And Piolo's getting 0.2 weapon mastery. Sure, I haven't seen Piolo much. It's kind of sad. I don't think. When was the last time I seen Piolo in ERM? The last time I seen Piolo in ERM was like season, like last season or 2 seasons ago. But the Piolo that was playing, like, it was so cool to watch him play Piolo. I don't want to see him come back into like the competitive scene. Too late. He's Marcus main now. Is Nunchaku Tonfa? No, Tonfa is like a parry. Nunchaku is the charge it up, you throw it out, and then stuns, does damage. Did they play him in ERM? Or was it in like National League? Marker Phoenix, 0.1. Sport is Smolder, sure. Malice, 0.4 skill amp, sure. You assault rifle. Cataclysm. What the fuck? They're getting a Cataclysm assault rifle early, so this is like a haze buff. I thought haze was doing good. Where's buffing haze again? Okay. And they're nerfing Endeavor, yep. That's I think that's a pretty big nerf. 1.1% on the vigor for an HP. Stay safe. Got a new gun. Bro, I thought haste stats were already like looking pretty good too. So like haste is just like really good now because you get free cataclysm. Hey, I ain't gonna complain, or I ain't gonna complain because I got a cataclysm hammer last patch. You know it is what it is. I see PL all the time. If I push every game, yeah, but like no one's playing. I'm talking about like in like competitive ERM or even competitive NA. Really seen PL much. Figure on AR is once per, yeah, it's 1 per auto. You don't get like 3 procs of like radar, right? Like you don't insta proc radar. This patch note does not hit as hard as the American patch note. I don't know who won, but like, you know, we're gonna keep the politics out of here. Yeah, it's pretty good. Endeavor needed nerf. That shit was OP. Hammer, Leviathan, or Hammer Mithril. Oh, this is getting Cataclysm as well. Oh no. Oh no 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 no. The amp. Okay, yeah. That's what I was confused about. The what is it? Okay, yeah, because they forgot about it last patch. It's the blood hammer. The blood hammer was on fucking hex. So they just forgot to give it fucking cataclysm. Because for some reason the amp hammer that had like a passive damage ability was cataclysm, but then the fucking upgrade to it is fucking hex. So they just forgot to change it, and now they just changed it. Okay, sure. Yo, what do you max for who? For Marcus? I don't fucking know. I think Q. Pretty sure it's Q because like you get the Q to like back like pretty fast. Or just look at for Geek Stack or something. Damage hammer. Who's the AP who's the AP hammer user? It's just Marcus, right? Just Marcus. Who just gave like Marcus like a hammer, but Marcus doesn't even go hammer because Marcus plays fucking axe. No one's playing this on 11, man. Bat Vulture's Eye. Oh, okay, the buffing Vulture's Eye. Crossbow gloss HP regen. There was HP regen on a crossbow weapon. The fuck? Why? It was just there for fun. Which weapon has HP regen? This one. It's just damage, attack, speed, and HP regen. Like, why the fuck is this even here? Okay, they're getting rid of it. Wait, they're not even adding anything to it. They just get rid of it. Damn. Fucked up. And now there's just a buff. Great upgrade from it. And there is a crossbow amp with cataclysm. So for Carla. Giving Carla cataclysm as well. Okay. Carlaclysm. God. Thanatos. Holy moly, what a name for a dual swords. And what does this have? It's just it's just an upgrade for like Kathy. It's just a dual sword. Battle Confusion. Battle Confusion for Nunchaku and its amp. This is like a Piolo weapon. Oh, that's actually pretty good, right? Because like Piolo actually auto attacks. Like he has to weave in autos for his passive. I'm getting Battle Confusion here. We just have to run like Horus or like just him having this. It sounds really good. Maybe it's a Piolo patch. And this one is Blasting Bullets. I guess you could put this on Dial-In. Fuck it. That doesn't sound that great, but I mean Blasting Bullet is like not a bad passive. Widowmaker Dawn, 2 attack power. Star Hunter, -4. Cosmic Biden, +6. Blazing Lance, +4. Cameras. There's just a camera with vision range, and then actually I guess all cameras have vision range. So this is just like it's just damage. So it's attack power, attack speed. I can do a triple auto now. Oh yeah, with the blasting bullet. Holy moly. Yeah, this is just for Martina. Just damage camera upgrade for Martina, and then this one is a heal cut for skill amp. So this one's probably for not the pawn, but not the pawn has the Biotic Confusion like camera. Like I don't know why you would ever use this. You can flex it and then you can go like Horus, but like there's no way you're not just playing fucking Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet's so OP. Bro, the stats on this aren't even that good compared to like Ultraviolet. Like Ultraviolet has 11 less amp, but it has 15% CDR. Like, you would take 15% CDR over 11 amp. And then Biotic Confusion, like it's like you could just say like heal cut and Biotic Confusion are like the same word because it's like item passive. It's just 15 amp versus like 15% CDR. Like 15% CDR is probably worth a lot more. Artemis. 3 amp, Argi, 3 amp, sure. Buffing amp Nadine and Hyejin if they want to play bow. Dwarf helmet. Ooh, dwarf helmet buff. Dwarf helmet. I know saw like I don't think anyone has been playing dwarf helmet lately, right? Like no one plays this item anymore. So getting a buff is pretty good. So maybe people will start using it again. Luxemia and Lunar Embrace. Yes, these items are too low statted. Like these are not good items. Good at buffing it by 5 defense early game and just 50 HP and 5 amp. I don't think that's enough. I think these are still kind of bad. SSM nerf. Okay, this item is too OP. It's like built on everyone. Delta Red, 6 amp, and Wild Walkers minus 30. People really like going Wild Walkers. I mean, I did see like a lot of people in like KR just slamming Wild Walkers. I mean, it's pretty good now with the heal cut, but Lunar Embrace that bad being only a meteor. Well, you have to compare Lunar Embrace with other arm pieces, right? So if we just compare it to, for example, like Cloud Ring, right? Difference is 30 amp. Now it's gonna be 25 amp, and now it'll be 100 HP and 10 defense versus heal power. Right, so decent amount of amp. You're missing about 30. 30 is a lot, by the way. 30 is like a full item transition. But you do get like the defense and the HP, but you could argue that like the heal power is probably worth like how much the maybe H or like the like defense. And you compare like 30 amp to like 30 amp to 100 HP. Rhea runs in on every character for fun. I don't get it. And if you look at Nails is probably the most overstated like arm piece for amp characters. This shit is so broken. Like it has skill amp, like it has good amp and cooldown, and it just has the heal cut for fun. Like even if this didn't have the heal cut, actually if it didn't have the heal cut, it'd probably be not that great because Tendalos exists. If you compare like Tendalos and Nightmare Nails, it's just like the 5 CDR cap or the heal cut. Obviously, the heal cut is probably worth a lot more than 5% CDR cap. It doesn't look as bad anymore. Like Lunar Embrace can definitely. It looks like it could be built now because like the stats don't look like that bad anymore. The buffs. Like I would consider building it now, maybe. No one cares to be stats. Yeah, because like there's no amp character that wants to be defensive, right? No like bruiser. There's like Suwa, but like Suwa, you'd probably just rather play Nightmare Nails, or like you want to have the extra amp because having the extra amp means like you're healing for more as well. Maybe a Piolo. Piolo's the only maybe one. Or actually maybe Estelle could use it. Oh, Abigail would probably be a good one because of her amp skillings are kind of bad. That is true. Wants to be like defensive. Nikki? Maybe Nikki. Yeah, I guess there are like a decent amount or like some bruisers. Yeah, I think I'd be really good on like Estelle. Estelle, you want amp, you want the HP scaling, and you want the fucking defense. All good. I think a lot of these amp tanks should just be going on normal tank arm piece anyways. Well, for a character like Estelle, she has good amp skillings for her ult, right? Like you want to make sure the ult is fat for your teammates. But yeah, I mean SSM is just broken, so you just get off of it for SSM probably later. Humming water control looks so much weaker than Merlin. You just made it. What the fuck? I mean Merlin's really good. I think a lot of like the new decks aren't that good. Like all the Kongming decks I heard are not that strong. There was obviously Vanitas that was OP as fuck on release, but they nerfed it. But yeah, I think that's it for patch, right? That's everything. Honestly, who didn't they touch? Isn't there someone that they missed? Am I crazy? Or did they hit? They hit Yumin. And they hit Marcus. They didn't hit Marcus that hard though. Like I thought they would hit Marcus harder. And then they added just a bunch of Cataclysm items. Honestly, I kind of don't really like this patch. Or I don't really like all the other patches I thought was like pretty good. This one is like, it's okay.